So today I'm going to be showing you how to do a mid-row colour change in an overlay mosaic crochet project such as this one. So this is the Darling Dash and Mosaic blanket, which is being released as a CAL on June 3rd. As you can see, the main colours are cream and brown for these rows. So that's what you use on either side of this pink heart. Now yes, you could make it in the brown, so that's what colour it would turn out if you didn't want these colour changes, but I decided I wanted to make it pink. The technique that I'm going to show you is a mixture of tapestry and intarsia crochet. The reason that I have gone with this is because it's a single piece of colour work in an otherwise normal or standard overlay mosaic crochet pattern. I'm not changing colour backwards and forwards lots of times in a single row. Want to see how I did it? Let's get started. As you can see, this is a brown row. I have been working brown stitches all the way up into the point where I want to change colour. This next stitch needs to be pink. Now, instead of carrying the pink underneath the whole way, because this is a relatively small area of colour change in the middle of my project, I have just inserted it where I wanted it, sort of like using a bobbin. However, instead of cutting my yarn at the end of every row, which would give me 2 pink tails to weave in for every row, I am working the pink along. You'll see what I mean. So in the stitch where I want to change colour, so my last brown stitch, I'm going to do my back loop only single crochet, but leave 2 loops on my hook. I'm then going to drop the brown, pick up my pink and pull it through both of those stitches. I'm then going to give my pink a little pull to make sure it's not too tight. Then I'm going to start working my pink stitches. However, as I want the brown a little bit further along, I'm going to be working on top of it as if it was tapestry crochet. So I do my 2 pink back loop only single crochets, followed by my front loop only double crochets. Each time I'm working with that brown held behind. When I get to my next set of back loop only single crochets, I'm going to make sure that I catch that brown thread. And on the very last pink stitch, I'm going to stop when there are 2 loops on the hook. I'm going to pull my brown gently to make sure it's not too flappy at the back, drop the pink and switch back to the brown, at which point I can continue with my back loop only single crochets. Next, I will show you what to do on the cream row, because at the moment your pink end is over here and you want it over here for the next row. As you can now see, I have worked my cream stitches all the way up to where these pink stitches start. Now, in order to get my pink tail back to this end for the next row, I'm going to crochet over it, kind of like backwards tapestry crochet. So I'm going to pull my pink tail to this end. I'm going to go through the back loop as if I'm going to do my next back loop only single crochet, catch that pink tail like so, pull that cream yarn across so that I can now do my back loop only single crochet. Make sure that I'm not pulling this pink too tight. I can tighten it up later. And then continue doing my back loop only single crochets all the way across the pink. Make sure you catch it in that final stitch too. At which point you can tip your work forwards and give that pink a little bit of a yank if there's too much flapping about at this end. And now you can carry on with your normal cream stitches. Your pink tail is now at the right end for the next row.